But that's something that happened to him last time he was in prison. So he's been basically put from what is a really moderate situation to a really, really, really highly hostile situation. He's a much higher target now than he was when he was previously in prison because of publicity and because of, the rise of Islam. And it's basically gone into an extremely dangerous situation. He's really, really worried. Everyone's really worried. He wanted me to pass this out to you, to the public. He wanted everybody to know this. This is just passing on directly from him. And that's all I can say about it.
Kaylin, this is surreal, like something out of a fiction novel or something of the old Soviet Union, where it's known that a lot of people get killed in the prisons by Muslims. The guy that put a piece of bacon outside the mosque, as you know, got stabbed to death. They've said they're going to kill him in prison, and then now to take him, a nonviolent offender, for reporting that there was a trial of Muslim rape gangs, other media reported it as well, to give him 13 months in jail, and then now to move him to a higher security prison. I know the lawyers don't want us to, obviously say the name of that, and that we've got all of this unfolding, and that he arrives at the new prison, and they're basically chanting in general population in a place with murderers and rapists and all sorts of horrible people. This is like the old biblical thing where they throw you to the lions. I mean, this is like taking somebody and cutting their legs up and throwing them into piranha-infested waters in the Amazon Delta, River Delta. I mean, this is insane. As a good personal friend of his, I know, the guy he really trusts, I know you can't get much of the family, but how are you taking it? How is the family taking it? A, and B, why would they be taking a nonviolent political prisoner and throwing them into a 71% high security general population Muslim prison?
Well, A, we're really, really, really worried about it. It's the most devastating news possible. Things actually seem to be going okay. Looked like we'd be able to get him out early. Looked like we'd be able to actually have success with the case, and he was safe. He was feeling positive because of the protests, and it's just turned everything upside down for us. Obviously, it's terrifying. It's really, really the worst thing. I've worked with Tommy almost every day for the last 15 months, and it's really, it's a massively personal thing. It's terrifying. It's really horrible. Everybody who knows him and who knows his information now is equally as upset and disturbed by it. And yeah, so that's just what we're dealing with at the moment. What was your second question?
Why would they do this? Why would they want to make him a martyr when there's a very good chance he will be killed or physically harmed?
Well, I mean, it's to get rid of him. I think the protests have been heating up. We've had people climbing over the gates of Downing Street. We've had tens of thousands, 30,000 people the other day rioting and going nuts in the street because of him. And I believe they want to get rid of him. They don't want this to happen anymore. In the last hour, YouTube, I've just received a notification on my phone about 25 minutes ago saying that they've removed his video on YouTube that says, "I won't be around for
Revolutionary War here in the United States. In the middle of it, they had big prison ships off the coast starving family members.
Well, very briefly, I mean, the only thing I can say about it is this is sort of, after knowing him for so long and being in really hostile environments, being in no-go zones and things like that, the most extreme things, this would be the most worried and nervous that I've ever seen with him, ever. So it's something that's, yeah, I mean, I don't know if that sort of explains it.
Well, I know what's going through his head. He's not thinking about himself. He's thinking about his children. He's thinking about his wife. He's thinking about the fall of the UK. And he's just, I guarantee you, he's in there thinking.
We're going to continue.
Imagine you're a pro-nationalist, pro-freedom guy. You see little kids being sold into sex slavery. You speak out 11 years ago. You get put in prison for it. It all comes out to be true. They put you back in prison for it. Then they transfer you for reporting on Islamic rape gang trials to a high-security prison, 71% Muslim. They tell you you're dead when you get there. They're chanting they're going to kill you. You then talk to your manager. He comes on. The lawyers say don't do it. All that happens. I taped that here from my hotel room. That's why I guess I sent him a bad file with a glitch earlier. That's my fault. This is all on the fly here. But I think we've got time in this segment to finish up the interview with his manager, Kaylin Robertson, right now. So this is really critical information. We're going to upload the video right now to Infowars.com, to Newswars.com. YouTube is censoring Tommy Robinson videos. We've now learned they're not just deleting his final statement of he's killed video ahead of him being killed, which is very cryptic today. They're deleting other videos of his that are viral with millions of views. They are erasing him before they kill him. This is happening. So, again, here is the rest of the important interview that they don't want you to hear. Please, on Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, everywhere, local radio, TV, get this out. They want to quietly have him fade away and be killed. They knew that they're shipping a nonviolent political prisoner, a journalist prisoner, like we're China, to a high-security Muslim, 71% Muslim prison where they send political dissidents to be killed by the Muslims. That's how you're executed in Europe and the UK. So he's facing certain execution, folks. You can't hype this up. And he just said, say bye to my wife, bye to my kids. A lot of stuff I can't tell you, he said, but they told him, we're going to kill you. And they're chanting and banging the walls, we're going to murder you. And they've got him in general population. He could be dead right now. So here it is. He's always thinking about his children. He's thinking about his wife. He's thinking about the fall of the UK. And he's just, I guarantee you, he's in there thinking, my God, it's worse than I thought. My own government's been captured. They put me in the middle of an Islamic high-security prison with them chanting, we're going to kill you, 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 we're going to kill you tonight. That's what you told me, he said. And you told me some other things he said. And I know, just as we talked 20 minutes ago before we taped this, that Tommy's told you that he wants you to go on air. So you've done what Tommy asked you to do.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of advice against it. There's a lot of things up against us right now, but and things for us and things for and against the right reasons. But against all of that, he wanted this information to come out personally, and that's why we did it. That's why we said against the advice, against that stuff. It's what he wants to do. That's it. He wants everybody to know what situation he's in. He wants everyone to know that if something happens to him, at least everyone knows the truth. That's at his core about what he's always been about. At least people know what's happening, and that's what he asked for.
Well, Kaylin, I've interviewed you many times, watched your amazing work, taking Tommy to the next level with your production, your skill, your courage, you and Miss Brown, everybody else. But I want to just say this. I don't know your background, your religious beliefs, but there are no atheists in foxholes, and I think we should really pray for discernment, pray for Tommy Robinson's safety, for your safety, for his family's safety, for Lucy Brown's safety, and for the awakening to continue and put a hedge of protection up around Tommy. But Tommy has chosen, he said this, to die if he has to, and the fact that they took his video down that I think we have saved at the office. So let's try to, later when I'm live again, I'm going to play that message, probably tag it on the end of this tape thing we're doing when we air this live later. That powerful message of I won't be around much longer. Wow, the day they put him into a high-security prison, 71% Muslim, and they're saying, we're going to kill you, and the guards tell him, you're not liked here. We don't like you. I don't like you either. I have the death sentence on 12 systems. Here, let me get you something. No, you'll be dead. I mean, that's what this is, and this is the arrogance of the despots to think that they can basically put him in there to be stabbed or killed or acid attacked in these prisons where, I mean, maybe, I know you've got to go because you said you got the family and lawyers all calling you up to get off as soon as you just learned this 30 minutes ago or whatever. But can you speak to just the history so I don't get it wrong? There's so much of what he went through in prison, what's already happened to him.
Well, he's been put into a room directly with terrorists who are in the Class A prison that he was in a few years ago, specifically plotted against to blow him and the EDL up. He was locked in a room with them, with 4 of them for a few hours, who really, really badly beat him up, who tried to kill him, who he's been in a situation where he walked into a room and some Somali Muslim man had thrown boiling water with sugar in it in his direction, which is called napalm. It melts all your skin off. He's had so many attacks and so many close calls, been in hospitals countless times, stitched up, sabotaged, so many different things. There's pictures of it. That's basically the brief history of just skimming over what he's been through throughout UK prisons. And it stopped in 2014 when he got a bit of a bigger profile again. He started going on the internet. They seemed to kind of back down, and now it's just all going. It seems like it's all going through that process again. And he just got out of it last time, just by the skin of his teeth, and now, it's looking at the worst again. So So that's what happened.
It just shows how far we've fallen, and he is such a champion for the family, regardless of all the incredible lawyer bills you've got. I know you guys have got new lawyers, and you guys have been trying to get him out. It's a big national issue. They've obviously made the decision just to kill him, hopefully thinking that'll make it go away. The tyrants are so insane, just like Hitler bombing London turned the Brits from being against war for war. These tyrants have a real blind